What is up, you guys, and welcome back to Growing Upstairs. We're so glad you joined us today. Now to your hosts, Noah and Holden.
And DJ.
Hey.
And DJ. Yay, I forgot we were doing that.
That's DJ. He said, I'm back. What's up, DJ?
It's been a while, man.
I know. Yeah. It has been a while. Noah's over here clicking a bunch of buttons. You got it figured out over there, brother?
I hope. I really hope so.
Yeah.
Buttons scare me, man.
Tell me about it. It's too many buttons. We're going to give this guy a job. Did you get the mailbox? Oh, no.
Jeez.
Yeah, don't be giving me any more jobs. I haven't even completed my first one.
I'm about to give him clicker jobs. I'm going to make him start doing the clickers. You do that.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'll just sit here and be like, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
That sounds fun, doesn't it?
Sounds like a great time to
Sounds like a good time. What's up,
Oh, yeah.
everybody? Welcome back into the podcast studio. It is Growing Upstairs. You probably know that if you're watching that, but if you've never seen it, hey, here we are. What do? We grow with God together. That's what we're going to be doing today. That is the purpose of this podcast. We're so excited to be here again and get another episode out to you guys. But Noah, if they're not watching us on YouTube, where else can they find us out there?
I'm so glad you asked, Holden.
You're welcome, Noah.
They can find us on pretty much all the places you get your podcast.
Everywhere.
Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon.
Yeah,
Right?
that sounds,
Yeah.
all the places.
They can find us on Instagram. I know they can find us there. TikTok.
Can do
We've been
that.
trying to get more stuff out on social media, so be on the lookout for new stuff and clips and videos and all of the above.
All of the above. And eventually,
The mailbox.
yeah, we're going to get a mailbox.
We're getting there.
And then once we get the mailbox, we'll have another,
That's how
I
I feel.
failed.
That's how I feel about not having a
I
mailbox.
failed.
It's okay. We'll get there. All right. I have an opening fun kind of, it's not really fun. It's the most random question I think I may have ever heard in my life. Not surprising coming from me. If you know me, you know. But
Isn't random question, random minute my thing?
no, not random minute. Just a random question for you guys. Okay. Because when I
Okay.
heard this question,
I guess
was
I'll
like,
let you have it.
all right, we're failing already. Anyways, here's the question for you guys because this blew my mind. What language do deaf people think in?
I have no idea. I mean, seriously, I don't.
Yeah. Something I've never actually thought about.
Me either. And that was why I heard this question and I went, because how, if you're born deaf, and by the way, we're not making fun of deaf people right off the rip here.
No.
Let me make that clear to start this. But genuine question, what language? Because if you're born deaf and you have to learn the sign language, I guess it's pretty much just wherever you're born, like the
Yeah,
region that you're born in, maybe.
That's a very good question. That's something I've never thought about.
Never have either. And I heard it the other day and I was like, I'm gonna have to ask the guys this
Did you
question.
have an
Yeah.
answer?
I mean, does every sign language, I mean, it all means the same, so
It may be
That makes
that
sense.
the sign language that they learn, just letters.
Yeah, that's true. I guess that makes sense
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
sign language and whatever it's its own language, sign language. So that makes sense. But like for the person teaching them, I don't know, dude. It was a fascinating question. I heard it and I was like, I never thought about
If
that.
any of our listeners know the answer to that, I would love to know.
I would absolutely love to do that. I'll put it in in the show notes too. You can put like a poll up. I'll put that up as well. Like maybe not a poll. Maybe we put a question up. But anyways, hey, if you're watching on YouTube, put it in the comments below. We'd love to know the answer. Noah, do you have a random minute for us as we're diving right into things real quick?
Is it time for random minute already?
It's time for the random minute.
4 buttons.
Hit us with that random minute, Noah.
Okay. I don't even have to get the phone out for this one today.
I
I
like
was
this guy.
prepared. I was prepared for this random minute.
Let's go.
Did you know
Did I know what?
there's only one thing that never expires?
Powdered sugar.
Campbell's soup.
What'd you say?
Campbell's soup.
Why does it have to be a food?
Uh,
I don't know.
I'm just kidding. It's honey.
It's who?
Honey.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? Are you sure it's not
No, like-
powdered sugar?
Like powdered sugar. You've been eating some donuts
Now
recently?
think about this for just a second. Like you go down the bacon aisle, I swear there's a bag of powdered sugar that's been there since 1992 that's on the bottom shelf at the Walmart. It's been there for a long
But
time.
They say that pure honey, like nothing is, I guess, technically never expires, but they say that pure honey pretty much never expires.
Very interesting.
Glad to know that now.
So it's not the Campbell's.
So those,
I'm just saying, man, the expiration dates on them things, I'll just grab it and still eat it. I mean, it could be.
It's 12 years
old.
down the road. Yeah. It's like you look at the bottom of the thing. When does this thing expire?
Oh, it's still good.
it's like
December of 2076. It's like, good Lord. What is
we'll
in
be
this?
fine. We'll be fine.
Yeah, we're good.
Put that back in the cabinet.
Keep rolling. Hey, that's a pretty good random minute there.
Hey,
honey. Honey is the only thing that never expires.
I'm glad I got to give y'all that information today.
Yeah, we greatly appreciate it. Honey and powdered sugar. All right, here we go. On to the next thing. Random dancing. Ooh, let's see if we can make it go all the way around. Yeah. That was pretty good, guys. Way to go with the
DJ, you're getting
teamwork.
pretty good at the dancing
know,
thing,
man.
man.
I just need to start all the dances, just follow
I
my
like
lead.
that. That's a good idea.
All right.
Actually,
I'm all for it.
random dancing. Just put him on the spot right there. All right, that's that. Do you guys have a story? I think, did one of y'all say you had a story for us this week? I feel like it was DJ, but he may have forgotten about the story. Do you remember the story?
I do remember,
go.
and I actually have two stories.
All right.
Let's just start with the quick one.
Okay.
I just wanted to put this out there. Did my first lesson as a leader.
Let's go. It was
Very
great.
good. Very good.
So, second story though is a little interesting.
All right.
So, it was actually Wednesday night after Brother Derek spoke to us about worship, and both of you guys sang a bunch of songs. I did not realize y'all were singing that many songs until I looked at the computer and saw the list.
I didn't either.
Don't worry. We didn't know until about 2:00 that afternoon either, so that's okay.
So, anyways, I went home and I worked out, and usually I just pick a random song to listen to whenever I work out. But recently, I've started to listen to worship music a little bit while I work out, and that is a different type of workout. Whenever you do that, I mean, you'll be in the middle of a bench press, and it's like you just want to raise your hands and give praise, but you can't.
Yeah.
But
hold on to the bar, DJ.
So
Lord, I let go of this bar.
I can only imagine just getting down.
So, anyways, I got done with my workout, and I was actually walking back to the house, and I don't even remember the song. Man, I wish I could remember the song. But I was almost to the house, and I mean, I was still praising everything. I mean, I'm singing to the top of my lungs, and as we talked about in the earlier episodes, I'm not a singer. I don't sing. I'll leave that to you two guys. But I guess I was singing way more than I thought I was, and my dad comes out of the house. I mean, he's checking on me. So me singing probably sounded like I was screaming for help inside the house. So I really didn't even talk to them about it, because whenever I walked in, they just all looked at me and they were like, "Please, you can't sing." Don't.
Oh my goodness.
So that is my story. But
That's awesome.
DJ's getting down with it while he's working out. He's going back home, and everybody inside's going, "Man, is a cat getting killed out there? What's happening out there right
They
now?"
say make a joyful noise, but
yeah, mine's not very joyful, but I make a noise. So
hey, that's
Hey,
awesome though.
Don't worry, brother. I feel the same way a lot of times. I don't know if it's joyful or not, but it is a noise. Like we talked about that last time. What did I say? The Olaf. That's what I feel like sometimes. But anyway, well, that's pretty cool though. I back to your lesson thing. Your lesson was awesome. First and foremost, that was.
Yep.
I wish I had my button, but I didn't bring my button to click. Holden, in the future,
Not the right button.
add some applause right
Hang
back
on.
there for us.
This is all I got.
Hey,
It was a
Correct.
great
It
lesson.
was
DJ.
correct.
That'll work. That'll work. But that was awesome. And I know what you mean, man. Sometimes you just be riding, working. When I don't work out much if you hadn't figured that out. But yeah, that's definitely. Anyway, great story. Great story over there,
Yeah.
dude. Great story. Oh, that was good. I can only imagine. Yeah, don't Jesus, take the dumbbell. Be dropping them anyway. Good stories. Good stories. All right. You don't have any stories before we move on?
I got
Dive
nothing
into
after
it.
that. That was great.
That was good, DJ. Now if we can just get a mailbox,
I know,
things will
I
be
know.
getting even better.
yeah,
We got him dancing. We're getting there. We're
Yeah.
getting to the mailbox stuff.
it's coming.
Let's jump to the meter real quick. What you say?
Let's do it.
Oh, we got to start with DJ.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
We fixing to raise the.
Okay, good. All the way over.
We fixing to raise the. Meter. Meter. We fixing to raise the meter.
Yo, we're raising the meter. All right, this week, this is some of what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about Christ likeness. A lot of this follows off of DJ, your lesson. Matter of fact, after you just told the story about you telling the lesson. That's a lot of what this is going to be, and focusing like primarily on picking up your cross and following me, because that's the bulk of what that was. When it comes to picking up your cross and following Jesus, what does that mean? I'll let you start since it was your lesson.
Yeah,
what does that mean?
You look like you were asking me. To bounce off my lesson a little bit, the main goal of a Christian life for the lesson was to live a life just like Christ would.
Yeah.
So,
what would you say? I'm pretty much, I guess, just all in agreement on this.
Yeah, 100%.
One of the things from this lesson that kind of stuck out to me also is it's not a when you want to necessarily, or when you feel like you have to, I guess is probably the better way to say it. But it's truly a daily pick it up and walk with that cross daily, not just kind of when you feel like it, but when I say that, it kind of, because you want to have that feeling more than like you have to do this, or I'm at church, so I'm doing this. You go, we've talked before about like the going through the motions, and all that.
And I would say too, it's kind of that constant growth.
Yeah,
not necessarily staying stagnant right where you're at. And I had a buddy explain it to me one time. He was talking about if the three of us, we wanted to go eat lunch together one day, and we all walked in. Let's say we were going to Dairy Queen or something like that. All walked in. Didn't speak to one another, ordered our food, didn't speak to each other at the register, sat down, me across from you and DJ, we just ate. We just sat there and ate our food, got up, walked out, never said a word to one another. A lot of times we treat God that way. And I think, kind of like DJ was saying, it's the importance of having that relationship with God and trying to be more Christ-like. We're only going to do that when we spend time with Him, and that's, I'm talking to myself with that too. Yeah. There's a lot of days it's tough.
Absolutely.
You get in the mundane, everyday thing, but it's so important to have that quiet time and spend time with Him and be in that relationship, because, like I said, if we walked into Dairy Queen and had lunch together and never said anything to one another, we're not really growing our friendships and our relationships with each other. So we shouldn't treat God that way either, and that's tough, but kind of truth,
Yeah, and
pretty good.
I mean, just to bounce off that, everybody's past different. You talking about getting busy, not having time to read your Bible and stuff. Like right now I have football practice. I'm sure Holden's got stuff that's going on with Hudson. You've got stuff going on, traveling on the weekends. Everybody's past different. So, trying to find time to get into the Word can be different as well. Maybe some people need to wake up earlier, get it done before they get into their busy day, or maybe later at night they have time to do it. So everybody's past different whenever we come to following Jesus.
It's true.
Yeah, absolutely. I think another part of that is kind of like you said there is you have to find that time, and sometimes that takes a sacrifice. I think we had the conversation a couple of years ago, maybe even with the youth, that maybe you have so much going on in your life. Is there somewhere in your life that you see, and we never tell anybody or want anybody to quit anything, but is there something in your life that is taken away from what it is that Christ wants you to do, or where you should be in your walk with Christ? And if that's something that's in your way, sometimes it takes a sacrifice. Even as we get older, when you go to college or when you start to live on your own and you are like raising a family or what have you, there are things in your life that sometimes you have to sacrifice to make that time happen, kind of like you're saying there, because that's the thing. There's so much in today's society that you can do, and that will distract you and keep you from truly following and following in Christ in those ways. Yeah. Picking up your cross daily.
Jumping off of that, just being completely honest, one of the things that I've noticed in my life is like TikTok.
Yeah.
You can, it can be entertaining and that kind of thing, but whenever that's what you're kind of trusting in to like give your brain a break or whatever and just sit down and just mindlessly scroll or whatever, we think and we kind of fool ourselves into thinking that that's giving us a brain break or that's giving us a chance to relax or that's me time. But it's really not, because by the time you get done with that, you're like 30 minutes have passed or 15, 20 minutes have passed, and you just sat there and wasted that time, you know. And yeah, you might have seen something funny and sent something funny to a friend and had a good laugh out of it. But that time, if you would have spent that in the Word, there, you know, it could have done so much more for you and for your life.
Dude.
And
go ahead.
like I said, I'm preaching to myself again.
Yeah.
But it's just, that's one thing I've noticed, you know, and I had somebody tell me not too long ago, you know, that just getting in the Word. A lot of times I feel like in my life I've made it where it has to be like I have to sit down and I have to take a full page of notes and I have to highlight and I have to do this and I have to just give it, I don't want to say give it 100%, but I have to just do everything perfectly and have this nice sheet of notes when I get done.
Yeah.
You know, but he was, you know, telling me like, just reading the Word and praying through it, you know, how helpful that can be, and not seeing it as this daunting task, but just seeing it as something that we get the opportunity to do, that we have the chance to open the Bible and just read it. Yeah. And so that's really helped me too, seeing this as like, not seeing it as, oh, I have to do it this way and it has to be perfect and it has to be like this, but just saying, Lord, I want to spend some time with you. And if that just looks like praying through some scriptures or spending a little time reading through the Bible, I mean, that's important too, you know.
That's very important. There are many a time, not to put DJ on blast over here, but DJ, sometimes he'll send me a snap and it'll be like 10 o'clock at night or something, and I feel convicted from it, not because of anything that you've sent, but like DJ being the Word, he's highlighting what he's going through and all. And I'm sitting over scrolling through TikTok, and I'm exactly like what you're saying. I'm like, well, DJ's got it figured out over here, and here I go just scrolling on TikTok, like you said too. And it's so true, because there's a lot of times that those distractions, like you say, man, I've had times in my own life where I'll wake up and I'll dive into the Word. And when you do that, I don't know if that's for everybody. Like you said, everybody's kind of different. But when I do that, my days are different. My days are better. Like so things start so much better, it feels like. And sometimes it's not necessarily anything in the day that's actually any different than what it may have been, but it's just your mindset when you come into that day is different. It's changed. Like you're on pace with it's like, all right, I'm in God's Word when I started the day, and that's my mentality walking through it. Instead of sometimes, you know, you wake up and you're just like, I got to go to work. I got to go to school. I got this today. I got all this going on, and everything starts running in your mind. And instead of like Christ being the first thing that hits your mind, and not your phone or whatever it is that you pick up first, it's like, boom, you can start the day on such a like better track like that. And when days when I wouldn't do that, and I've had those days even here recently where it's just like, these are tough days. Yeah. Because I'm not diving in like I should.
Speaking of that, Noah may remember this, but at Passion, somebody spoke about that. You know, as soon as you wake up, the first thing we like to do is we like to check our phone. Who texted us while we were asleep? Who posted this while we were asleep? But you know, they challenged us while we were at Passion, and I tried to do it, and I did it for about a month, and then it got to a point where I'm not doing it at all. But, you know, as soon as you wake up, instead of checking your phone first, you know, just opening your Bible, maybe reading a verse, maybe a chapter or something, but something other than getting on your phone first. And, you know, you talk about me at night. You know, I had to set in a reminder, I guess you could say, on my phone every night. You know, I knew during baseball season I wasn't going to get home until late at night, probably 9:30, 10 o'clock every night. So at 10 o'clock, 10:30, I had a notification that would come in saying, read your Bible. So it would remind me, all right, let me put my phone aside right now, read my Bible, read a book, whatever I had going on at the moment. And, you know, there is some nights where you get a bunch out of it. You highlight a lot, you make some notes, and then there's some nights you're just reading and you're just like, I'm not getting anything out of this. But it goes back to what Noah said. I mean, there is sometimes, you know, just reading is going to be good enough, even though if you're not getting much out of it.
Yeah. And going back to the idea of living that Christian Christ-like life, kind of like our topic is, it just kind of raises the question, something I want to ask myself and try to practice best I can, but, you know, is how much better could we serve others around us if we do put the phone down and get in the Word and strive to live that Christ-like life and have that close relationship with Him. You know,
That's good. But in other news, follow us on TikTok. I'm just kidding. That's so true. And you may have said this right off the top too. And one of the things that I love that you said in the lesson was, it's simple. Christ likeness is doing things that Christ likes. Very like making it pretty simple. And it's like, that'll kind of hit you. You know, that'll preach by itself because you go, oh, okay, well, if I'm doing this and it's probably not something that Christ likes, probably not very Christ-like. So you have that at least answer of, is this something that's Christ-like or not?
Yeah.
Is it something that Christ would like? That's as simple as it is. If it ain't Christ-like. If it is, it might be Christ-like there. So that's something to kind of carry too.
Yeah, and to go a different direction in this, just thinking about everyday situations. Like, what do we do whenever a problem comes up? Do we get mad? Do we get frustrated? Or do we pray about it first? I mean, what do we do first makes a big difference in a situation and the outcome that it could be.
That's good. And you talking about prayer right there. I've had, even just this week, I've had a couple of people who have texted me and they were like, hey, I could use some prayer for whatever it was. I don't know. Some of it I don't need to know. But that's another thing too that I've tried to be more, and this is not me patting myself on the back or anything like that at all, but I've tried to be more adamant about when somebody asks that, like actually doing it, not just saying, oh, okay, cool, man. Yeah, I'll do that for you. And then you go about your day and you don't. And there's something about too, when those prayers have happened, that I don't know if it ever affects anybody, but that's not for me to determine or for it to matter for that fact. But just being able to talk to God in that way sometimes just lights a fire under you too, and it can change your mindset right there too on that. So kind of shifting gears on that part of it is the follow me part of it as well, because I want to, they're the same two in the one and the two. Anyway, I don't know what I was about to say there, but they go together.
And a two and a three.
They go together. DJ, you want to sing for it? No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm good.
But anyways, as the following me, and I love the analogy that you had in your lesson here by the kid in the truck, like, because, and I say this too because my son is this way. My son, the story. Do you want to tell the story real quick, and then I'll
I'll explain it. So basically, it's whenever we're younger as kids, a parent, mom or dad, whoever it is, whenever we're younger, they'll tell us, get in the truck, we're going somewhere. And as young kids, most of the time we just hop in. We're probably excited we're going somewhere with our parents. Don't really ask any questions. But, as we get older, we might start to question a little bit. Same parent, same situation. It's, hey, we're getting in the truck, and we start saying, well, where are we going? What are we doing whenever we get there? How long are we going to be there? I got this going on. We start to question some things whenever we get older. And living a Christian life and following Christ is more like being our younger self, and having childlike faith is where you take your parents and you replace that with God, and God's telling you, hey, get in the truck. I'm going to lead you in the life that you need to go down, in the path you need to go down. And we need to be like our younger selves, where we're just hopping in the truck and we're not asking any questions.
That's so good. And by the way, that starts at apparently 6-7 years old. And I say that because, no joke, Hudson, my son, he used to do that. He used to not care anything about where we're going, what we're doing. He was just like, Dad, I'm with you. Let's go. Let's hop in. Let's ride. And now I look at him and be like, hey, come on, hop in the truck. Let's go. And he's like, where we going? What are we doing? Why are we going? And I'm like, dude, just get in the truck. And I'm sure there's times that God's probably that same way, where he's like, get in the truck. Quit asking why and just do what it is that I'm trying to get you to do right here. Me. And I know he does that to me because I'm hard-headed. Sometimes I don't listen. I'm not obedient all the time. And that's hard to say, but it's also, I know that it's true. And I like how you said that too there. It's that having that childlike faith to just follow him wherever it is. It's what I love about that song too, of Follow Me Anywhere. It's no matter where you go, no matter what we go through, I'm going to follow you in the way. And that's just such an important part of it too. Do you have anything else you wanted to add on it?
Good point.
Yeah.
But basically, it's just, fully trusting in God. Wherever he's going to lead you, his plans for you are going to be way better than what you had planned for your life. We talk about our testimonies. People think they have their life planned out for the next 5 to 10 years, and that can easily change so fast. And, God's going to make his plan happen no matter what. So why not just go ahead and trust him in the plan that he has for us? So
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
talked about that a little bit tonight with the prodigal son. You know, the son thought his own way was going to be the right way. And a lot of times we can do that with God too, especially when it comes to that truck story.
Yeah.
I like that.
That might be another lesson or another episode that we have coming up that we might touch on the prodigal son too, because I think it's such a good story. It's such a good point of that parable to go through in general. And I think just like with the youth tonight, it's such a good point to kind of talk about because there's so many different. There's 3 different points to that story altogether, and I think that's a great part to kind of look at too. So that could be an episode coming up in the future. We'll have to see about that one. But I do like what you said there too, DJ. Is it's just we have these plans, and I saw this picture one time that really kind of did it justice of how we like to go off on our own little plan over here. And it's like you're walking on this path with God, and then there's just this random little side quest is what I'm going to call it, because that's what people like calling it. And this guy just goes off on this quest way over here, off in the distance. Meanwhile, God's still right here with you, but you're off on this side quest. And then you go, I guess I'm going to turn back. And turns back, and he's like, God's probably not even there anymore. Gets back, and he's still sitting there waiting on him. And that's such a good point of sometimes we do. And I think there are times that God does just kind of let that rope loose where he's just like, okay, I'm going to let you do this. I'm going to let you figure it out. It's probably going to be the hard way that you're going to figure this out, but sometimes it takes the hard way for us to learn things sometimes too. It's not fun for us necessarily, but sometimes the hard way is learning the lesson too. So that's really good. But picking up your cross daily, not just when you think you have to pick it up, but daily is a big part of that. And then following you into Christ likeness. You got anything else you want to add to it before we jump out of this thing, DJ?
I think that's it, man. I think we've hit all our points.
That's good stuff over there, man. That was Raise the Meter. Got to start with DJ. I forgot.
We fixing to raise the.
Is that a fish?
We fixing to raise the.
Meter. All right. All right. Great point there, guys. Great points, guys. Great points, guys. Great points, guys. Noah, tell the people one more time where they can follow us, all the things like that, so I can get my dad joke pulled up real quick.
Well, if you are seeing our faces right now, you are probably watching us on YouTube. So don't forget, you can catch us on YouTube when the podcast new episodes come out. They can find us on pretty much anywhere they listen to their podcast: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, iHeartRadio, all of the fun places like that. And they can also, what?
I'm just laughing at the joke up in to tell y'all.
Oh,
sorry.
They can also find us on TikTok and Instagram. Good gracious.
Sorry, dude. I didn't mean to sidetrack you because then I looked at you and I was like, I threw them all off. I'm so sorry, brother.
It's okay, man.
Please forgive me.
Oh, it's okay.
Golly, man. I tried to catch. What?
This better be a good dad joke.
it's totally not. It's never that good. It really is never that good. But it is. I tried to catch fog the other day. Missed. That was so mean, dude. I can't believe he bought me on that.
Wait, actually, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, now he likes it. Now likes it.
That was an a thing.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means it was 50-50.
50.
A little cringy.
6, 7.
Good gracious.
Where did that come from? Where did you come from?
Find out on next week's random.
Next week. Please do that, dude. That'd be so good. DJ, you got anything for us before we jump out of here, brother?
I don't. Quick question, Noah.
Oh, here we go.
Has your fantasy got its first win yet?
I did get my first win.
Let's go.
But then I lost again this past week. So
Oh, no.
one win feels good, man.
It's better than none.
One is better than none.
Hey, don't feel bad. I looked in the other league that I'm in that we talked about last week. I'm 1-6 in that one.
Yeah, man.
So
Welcome to the party. Good job.
Yeah,
Crushing it.
it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, well,
Anyway.
let's kind of wrap this show up real quick, and we'll check in with you guys next time we talk about it. But hey, let's pick up our cross and let's follow him daily from this point on. You want to hear our music button over there? I don't remember which one it is because I made Noah start running. Oh my goodness! It's so loud. I got you, bro. Wow, that was so loud in my
Wanted to go out with a bang.
You put me in charge of it.
Oh my goodness! I'm sorry for the heart attack everybody just might have had out there. Oh, anyway, all right, we'll go get out of here. You guys keep
Growing
upstairs.
Peace.
And DJ.
And DJ.